Hello friends, welcome back to New in Chess Classic Knockout Finals played between Magnus Carlsen and Hikaru Nakamura. It's the third game of the day 2 match. Here Hikaru is playing with white pieces and Magnus is playing with black pieces. White plays d4, d5, c4 and e6. Going for queen's gambit decline. Knight to c3 and a6. C takes on d5, e takes on d5. Now bishop to f4. Here black plays knight to f6, a3 and bishop to d6. Asking for bishop's exchange. Bishop takes on d6, queen takes on d6 and now bishop to d3. And bishop to g4, and this is the new move in this position. In earlier games c6 and knight to c6 has been played, but in this position bishop to g4 is the new move. Now queen to b3, attacking the b7 pawn, and here Magnus plays knight to c6, sacrificing the pawn. But if you take the pawn, then black castles, and now you have to go back to b3 because rook is coming on b file to attack the queen, and now white has to move somewhere else, so it will be good for black, so white does not go for it. After knight to c6, white plays h3, attacking the bishop, and bishop goes to h5, and now knight g to e2, developing a knight. Bishop takes on e2 and knight takes on e2, and here black castles. Now white plays rook to c1, and now there is a threat to take the b7 pawn, because if black plays something like h6, then white can take on b7, because now knight is also under attack. So that's why here black plays knight to d8, defending the b7 pawn. Queen to a3, asking for queen's exchange, but Magnus declines the queen exchange and plays queen to d7, and here white castles. And now black want to develop this knight to connect the rooks, but there is a problem. If he now develops the knight, then this bishop to f5 will pin the knight, so he prepares for this with the g6 move. So knight to f5, bishop to f5 will not be possible now. So here white plays knight to f4, and now rook to e8, bishop to c2, and now c6, consolidating in the center. Knight to d3 is played to go to e5 in the future to attack the queen, and here knight to e6 is played by black, and here white is actually fine. He can go to knight to e5 to attack the queen, and then queen will move and game will go on. But in this position white plays f4, and this will weaken the king side a little bit. So here black plays knight to g7, because black does not want to meet f5. Suppose black plays rook to d8 something, then f5 will be good for white because it will attack the pawn and the rook, pawn and the knight together. So knight has to move, then white will get a open line. So that's why g2 6. After f4, knight to g7 is played, and now f5 does nothing because black plays g5, and now knight to e5 attacking the queen, queen to c7, and now h4 attacking the g5 pawn again, but now black plays g4, declining the exchange of pawns. Now queen to c3 is played, and here knight g to h5. Here white plays queen to e1, and with this move Hikaru allows Magnus to play a wonderful move. So you can pause the video and try to find the move for a little bit. Found it? The move is rook takes g5, knight on e5. This here straight away sacrificing the exchange, but queen, now black will have a big attack going on. So pawn takes rook, and now queen takes rook, pawn, and here queen to c3 asking for queen's exchange, but black goes queen to g3 threatening h4 pawn, and again white plays e1, queen to e1 asking for queen's exchange, and queen goes to d6 declining the exchange. Here queen to f2, and black plays rook to e8, rook c to d1, and now queen to e5. Here rook to d4 is played, and now Magnus takes some time, about 3 minutes, to think about this position, and he plays c5 attacking the knight. Knight goes to d2, and now knight to g3 attacking the rook, rook f to d1, and now king to f8. Just playing a waiting move and asking Hikaru, what have you got here? And here Hikaru really spends some time, like he is already down a time, down the clock, and he spent about 3 minutes here, and finally plays rook to d3. But this rook to d3 blocks the defense of e4 square for white side. So here knight f to e4 attacking the queen, and now queen has only one square left to go to e1. But instead of going to e1, there is a better move for white. Here white can play rook takes on d5 attacking the queen, and now queen can take on b2, and here if bishop takes knight, then queen gets exchanged, king takes queen, and now knight takes on bishop with check, queen to f1, and now knight to c3 forking both the rooks. So rook to d3, and now knight takes rook and rook takes knight, and now black can take on e3. So as you can see that here black is up 2 pawns, so Magnus will not have any problem to win this against Hikaru, but it could have been a good attempt. But here after knight to e4 and queen to e1, Magnus plays f6 hitting h4 pawn, and there is no way to defend the pawn. So here rook takes on d5, that's the only better move for white, and queen takes on h4, and here bishop takes knight on e4 is played. Now there are only all forced moves. Queen to h1 check, king has to go to f2 only square, and now knight takes on e4 with check. King has only one square left, and that is on king to e2, and now queen takes on g2 with check. Only square, king to d3, and here after playing king to d3, Hikaru also joins the game because this is just a lost position for white, because knight will check on f2, and we will also lose the exchange here, and black also has so many pawns. So here in this position Hikaru resigns the game, and now day 1 match was won by Magnus Carlsen, and with this win in the third game Magnus equalized with 1.5 points each, and game 4 was also a quick draw. So with 2 points each on day 2, Magnus Carlsen has won the tournament with 1-0 results. Congratulations to Magnus. I hope you also enjoyed the game. Thanks for watching. I'll be back soon with a new game. By then, stay safe and stay healthy.